The alleged cooperative framework between China and Iran represents a significant and complex evolution in international relations, characterized by a strategic, multifaceted partnership designed to operate parallel to the established global order governed by Western-led sanctions. This arrangement is not a simple state-to-state agreement but rather a deeply integrated ecosystem encompassing economic, military, and logistical domains, all structured to achieve mutual strategic objectives while maintaining a high degree of plausible deniability. The partnership functions as a sophisticated, large-scale barter system where Iranian crude oil is exchanged directly for Chinese military hardware, dual-use technology, and economic investment. This system is engineered specifically to function outside the view of an indirect opposition to international sanctions regimes. The mechanism relies on a dual layer of concealment involving both the financial transactions and the physical logistics, creating a sanctions evasion network that has become increasingly robust and difficult to disrupt. The logistical process for the oil involves a dedicated shadow fleet of aging tankers, often owned by obscure shell companies registered in jurisdictions with minimal regulatory oversight. These vessels frequently disable their automatic identification systems (ICE) while transporting Iranian oil, creating significant gaps in maritime tracking and making it challenging to monitor their routes and activities. They conduct complex ship-to-ship transfers in open waters, often in designated areas off Singapore, in the Gulf of Oman, or near West Africa, frequently under the cover of darkness or in areas with high maritime traffic to blend in. These transfers are used to obfuscate the origin of the cargo by transferring it between vessels, sometimes multiple times, and falsifying documentation to list a different point of origin before the oil eventually reaches Chinese ports or storage facilities. Financially, this trade is facilitated through a network of intermediary companies, trading houses, and financial institutions that do not adhere to Western sanctions, effectively creating a parallel banking channel that operates outside the controlled global financial messaging systems. Payments are often settled in currencies other than the US dollar, such as the Chinese yuan, or through complex barter arrangements where the value of the oil is directly offset against the value of the goods and technology provided by China. In return, the transfer of military equipment and critical technology is conducted with equal, if not greater, covertness. Advanced systems, such as the HQ-9 long-range surface-to-air missile systems, a platform with capabilities often compared to the Russian S-300 or the American Patriot system, and their components, are reportedly broken down into subsystems and individual parts. These components are then concealed within standard commercial shipping containers, their contents mis-declared on shipping manifests as innocuous industrial equipment, machine parts, or other commercial goods. These containers are loaded onto conventional cargo vessels at Chinese ports with high volumes of traffic, making the weapons indistinguishable from regular trade freight until unloaded at their destination. This method is designed to bypass both open-source surveillance and any physical inspections at ports, as the sheer volume of global container traffic makes comprehensive inspection logistically impossible. Beyond complete weapons systems, the transfer also includes critical dual-use technologies, such as advanced radar components, navigation systems for drones and missiles, and precursor chemicals for solid rocket propellants, all of which can be easily integrated into Iran's existing military-industrial complex to enhance indigenous production capabilities. The strategic motivations for both nations are clear, deeply calculated, and mutually reinforcing, addressing fundamental national security and economic interests. For Iran, this pact provides a critical solution to two existential challenges: profound international isolation and the pressing need for military modernization. The revenue from oil exports, estimated in the tens of billions of dollars annually, sustains the Iranian economy and funds its state apparatus, effectively neutralizing the economic pressure intended by comprehensive international sanctions. Militarily, it allows for a rapid and significant technological leap in its capabilities, particularly in air defense and long-range strike capacity, which are seen as essential deterrents against more technologically advanced regional adversaries and potential aerial campaigns targeting its nuclear or military infrastructure. The acquisition of systems like the HQ-9 significantly alters the strategic calculus for any potential adversary considering air operations against hardened sites in Iran. For China, the benefits are equally substantial and align with its long-term strategic goals. It secures a massive, reliable, and discounted supply of hydrocarbons, which is a cornerstone of its energy security strategy and provides a supplier that is not aligned with Washington. Geopolitically, it cultivates a powerful and strategically located regional partner, extending China's influence deep into the Middle East. This relationship provides Beijing with significant leverage and a potential network of strategic assets, challenging the post-Cold War security architecture largely managed by the United States and its allies. It represents a practical application of building an alternative international order that operates outside Western-dominated institutions, a key tenet of China's stated foreign policy vision. Furthermore, the partnership serves as a real-world test case for developing and refining methods to circumvent sanctions, a capability that is valuable not only in its relationship with Iran but as a model for future interactions with other states under international pressure. The broader implications of this partnership are profound and are actively reshaping international relations, security dynamics, and global economic governance. It has effectively created a sanctions-resistant economic and military bloc, demonstrating that determined states with complementary economies can develop complex, alternative systems to neutralize the tools of economic statecraft that have been a primary instrument of Western foreign policy for decades. This has emboldened Iran, providing it with the financial resources and advanced technology to more actively support aligned regional groups, which in turn has contributed to heightened tensions and instability across the Middle East, including in conflicts involving aerial and maritime attacks. The existence and operation of the Shadow Fleet poses a direct and growing risk to maritime safety and environmental security due to the use of older, often poorly maintained vessels that operate outside international insurance, safety, and environmental regulations, increasing the risk of catastrophic spills or collisions in some of the world's most vital shipping lanes. Ultimately, the China-Iran partnership is not merely a bilateral trade agreement but a significant indicator of a broader systemic shift towards a more fragmented and multipolar world, where alternative networks of power, finance, and security are becoming increasingly institutionalized.